So hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing strategies that first timers need to consider before they start their fish farming business. So if you've been thinking of starting a fish farming business, please stay tuned because we'll be talking about what you need to note before you start that fish farming business you're thinking about. So before we go right in, please, if you're a new timer, kindly subscribe to our channel. And for old timers, have you clicked the notification bell? For new timers also, please click the notification bell also so that you can get our videos once it drops. First thing you need to do is to invest in knowledge. You need to visit farms, make research, try to read about fish farming, go to people who already have fish farms, learn from them. Even if it involves you having to pay for this knowledge, go ahead and invest in this knowledge. So that's the first thing you need to do. Then the second thing you need to do is you need to start small. I always encourage fish farmers. The best way to start fish farming business is to start small. You just have to start small because this is still a learning process for you. So when you start small with sizes of ponds, then with that you can grow, you can expand. I see a lot of fish farmers making that mistake of just going in big right up. No, it's not the right way to do. Start small, see how it works. Then with that you can scale up your business. So here is point 3. You need to select the right location. Yes, just like every other business, location is also very important in fish farming business. You need to select a location where it has easy access to reliable or good source of water. And also, aside that, you also need to be easily accessible, like transportation. Maybe you want to transport your fish, you need a location that is easily accessible, maybe a place that is motorable. And also, you need a location that is secure because your fishes need to be secure. You're not going to be sleeping there every day. Depends on the kind of pond you're doing. For example, if you have a netting pond and it's not close to your place of residence, somewhere else, you need a very secure place. So security in such location is very important. Now, let's go to the next point. The next point you need to consider is the equipment you need to get. So now you have gotten your fishes, you've gotten your ponds, you've selected your sites. The next thing is invest in equipment that would help to grow that business. A lot of people push this aside a lot because I've experienced fish farmers who feel that getting equipment for fish farming is a total waste of money and it's not necessary. But when you compare yourself with someone who has gotten all the equipment he needs and is making use of that equipment in his farm, there is always a big difference. For example, when I mean equipment, for example, aerators, air pumps, air blowers, test kits, different equipment are used in fish farming. Your nets, your protective nets, all these are equipment you need to get as a farmer. All fish farming equipment are important. They are designed for a purpose. They are always designed for a purpose. So it's important you get all the equipment you need so that your fish farming business can thrive well. Now, the next point you need to consider in your fish farming business as you start up is that you need to consider how to monitor your water management. Very, very key. Water management is very important because this water is where the fishes you're about to raise, this is where they live. That is their home. So their home needs to be kept clean always. It needs to, aside from being clean, the water needs to be conducive for them to live in. Just like when it comes to water management, this involves you testing your water, checking the pH of your water. That is very important, particularly for those who are raising to grow out or to table size. They need to check the pH of their water. They need to constantly change their water whenever it's polluted. Like For those who are in 18 pond, for instance, they might not need to necessarily change their water often because they always have an inflow of underground water coming out from their swampy location that they have dug their 18 pond. But for those using tarpaulin ponds or concrete ponds, they need to constantly change their water so that the water will always remain nice and okay, fresh for the fishes to live in. So now another point you need to consider is now at this point, your marketing strategy. How do you plan to market your produce after you they've gotten to the harvest point? What is your marketing plan? How do you plan to push out your product? You need to decide, oh, at what point do I want to sell my fishes? For example, some people raise fishes for 6 months, that's up to table size. That's, for example, I'm using catfish, for example. They raise up to 6 months, while some decide to raise catfish up to 3 months. That's, they call it the melon size for those who want to dry. So some people have decided, oh, all I want to do is I want to raise these fishes for 3 months so that those who usually dry it would come and buy from me. That's one. You can also decide that, oh, my own plan is for me to be drying my fishes myself. So I raise them, I dry them, and I sell them to the market. So those are your marketing plans. What is your marketing plan when you want to start? So here are the points as a fish farmer you want to start up. You need to consider all these points I have mentioned. So thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you're not subscribed, kindly subscribe and help us leave a comment concerning this topic we have discussed. And also, if there's any other topic you want us to talk about, please leave a comment so that we can consider that on our next video.